Hello and welcome to round 11 of the 2018 Formula Virtual World Championship here from Montreal, Canada. My name is Bradley Downton and I'm not joined today by Harry Westwood, but instead by two guest commentators, Dylan Lopez.
Hey mate.
And Adam Blocker.
Hello everyone.
Today then the drivers will be tackling this circuit, Gilles Villeneuve, 4.361 kilometres and 14 corners. Karl Beckenbauer was the winner last time out for North Star, but the German is not on the grid this series, so he will not win it this year. Let's take a look then through the field as they line up for this 2018 Canadian V-Prix. It's an all Downton front row lockout. Nathaniel Powers on pole position ahead of Klaas-Van Snelheid, starting on the mediums and softs respectively. Row 2 is Puccio Giordano and Adrian Simon, the Ocelot and the DS Mafshaw. Both drivers will start on the medium tyres for this one. Row 3, and in 5th place we have Enrique Ruiz. He starts on the soft tyres as well. Alar Kanga goes from 6th on the mediums, a real mix in amongst the front runners of the soft and medium rubber for this race. Row 4, and in 7th place is Ryota Yoshida. He starts on the mediums. Ola Nimman goes from 8th. He, like his teammate, is on the softs, all the eggs in one basket then for Franklin. Rounding out the top 10, we have the two Ingrams of Jean Matson and James Vazquez. Matson trying the unique strategy of the hard tyre, where overtaking is easy here in Montreal. That could be a gamble. It's the mediums for Vazquez. 11th and 12th for two Hongfists, Linus Stern. Mediums for Will Hoskins, and Timo Kinnaman starts on the softs. A split strategy there from the Swedish outfit. On row 7, Carson Davenport is joined by Elroy Wagner. Davenport runs on the mediums for this one. Wagner, the highest Lopez, starts on the soft tyres. Row 8, and in 15th place we have Sergio Alvarez. Alvarez is on the mediums. Behind him is another driver on the softs, Johan Halverson, the first North Star in the field. 17th and 18th then making up row 9, we have Victor Osberg. Osberg is another driver on the hard tyres. And in 18th, Judson Sykes on the super softs for North Star, the only driver in the field on those tyres. It will be interesting to see how he goes with a fairly short pit lane here. 19th and 20th, row 10 is the two firsts. Felix Perez on the mediums, Alexander Zolia starts on the softs. Row 11 then, and in 21st place we have Finn Schneider. He is also joined by his teammate Dmitro Kovalenko. The two AMRs start on the medium tyres for this race, and on the back row of the grid, as we've seen so many times already this season, the two Meteors, Sebastian Vauquelin and Jules Simon, and they will both run on the mediums for the Canadian V-Prix. So as we go down to the grid then, we have Nathaniel Powers in pole position on the right, Klaas-Van Snelheid second on the left. The lights go out now, we're racing in Canada. It's a great start from Powers in pole position. Klaas looked as though he bogged down slightly, but it's Giordano and Simon behind him who are side by side, so Downton's lead 1-2 through turn 1 then. Adrian Simon, is he already going to go straight up to third place past Giordano? He is then. Simon on the exit of turn 2 is in third, Giordano slips to fourth, and Downton's already breaking away up front in first and second.
Yeah, brilliant start from the two Joutons there. They just rocketed away ahead of Simon, and he made a really good, aggressive start to get past Giordano into third place.
Looks like everyone got through cleanly. Well,
yeah,
so
absolutely.
Nice
Looks as though we're clean through turns 1 and 2 then. Powers and Klaas-Van Snelheid lead the way. Simon will be chasing hard already, and you can see he's already slightly gapping Giordano, who's coming under pressure from Ruiz then. They head to the hairpin for the first time. Powers leads Klaas-Van Snelheid, Simon, Giordano, Ruiz, Kanga, Yoshida, Inman, Matson and Hoskins are the top 10. So Vazquez lost a position as down at the back. That's Vauquelin, I believe, trying to make a move on Finn Schneider and it not paying off. But up front, Klaas-Van Snelheid in the slipstream of his teammate. Is he going to try and move into the final chicane? He's not. As they head through then and pass the wall of champions for the first time, Nathaniel Powers will lead the opening lap across the line.
The Downers have already pulled out more than a second gap over Adrian Simon, so clearly they have the pace.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much they can build out before the first stops as well.
Well, hopefully they can continue building a gap. We need a strong race.
Yeah, you just wish you had the same courage you did last season, don't you, Bradley?
Yeah, although, conversely, we didn't win this race last season.
Yeah, the team that won this race is in 16th and 17th right now, so.
Yeah, and the driver that won it isn't even in the field.
Right.
And I
Yeah, he's just on
believe that
holidays.
might be someone's fault.
And only one
Let's just say
person
he's on
decided
holiday.
to use the tires that they won with last year.
Yeah,
Which is
that's,
super soft.
yeah. Although it's not really worked out for Sykes at the start, has he? Well, he's gained one position.
Right.
We'll
It's
see
a
how
short
that
pit
goes
lane
for
here,
him.
though, so it's a short pit lane here, so he might be able to, make his strategy work still.
Yeah, very much so. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. 26-degree track temperature, though. It's really quite... I'd say it's far, far too hot for the Super Softs, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, he's got to make sure he gets at least 12 lap stints, because 12 laps is a 5-stop strategy for him. Anything else, and he'll be in real strife.
Certainly does. The two Downtons here, then, are well and truly the wrong way round, as Adrian Simon pumps in the fastest lap. Glass on the soft tyre could really do with dispatching his teammate.
Yeah, especially with Powers on the mediums, perhaps holding him up and potentially ruining his race strategy.
Yeah, Simon is holding on both of them on the mediums, so.
Goes to show how much pace the DS does have, especially considering that they've won the last 4 races.
Yeah,
Looks
that's
like
very
Madsen-
true.
Looks like Madsen's already causing a big train in 9th on the hards.
Of course, he's got Hoskins, Vasquez, Kinnaman, Davenport, Alvarez, Wagner, and probably Halverson as well, right tucked up behind him. As we go on board with Enrique Ruiz into the hairpin, then hunting down Puccio Giordano. Ruiz also on the soft tyre, looking to make ground up early on.
Everyone's just
Yeah, it's
single
growing.
file so far. Not really much
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah, we haven't seen many real genuine moves for overtake so far, with the exception of Sykes at the start, making up one place on Osterberg.
Yeah, interesting. When you think this usually a track that favours overtaking.
Yeah, but at the same time, we've only just completed the 3rd lap. Anything can still happen,
Yeah, true.
and it usually does.
Are you stealing famous lines there? So, I'm going to bring this up now already on lap 4 then. Dylan, you have the defending race winner within your ranks. Why is he not
Yes,
in the
I do.
car?
Oh, well, to be absolutely honest, I was going to drop Peter Ersberg. Then he scored his first points, and he's actually, in all the races he and Wagner have finished, he's actually finished ahead more times than Wagner has. So, even though the results aren't that spectacular, to me, it's justified his position in the team for in the short term at least.
Poor Beckenbauer.
Someone should have bidded more money for him if they wanted him to drive.
Oh dear. As we come to complete lap 4 then, Powers leads from class bench now high, but the top 5 top 6 really are closing up now. Pretty much nose to tail. As Yoshida and Inman slightly off the back of them.
And then here's the train led by John Matson, all the way back to, looks like, Sykes in 17th. So he's got 8 cars ready to go reserve at any given opportunity.
Yeah, that's
If
definitely...
overtaking's this difficult, Matson's strategy might actually work out.
Yeah, it worked for him to an extent with Vazquez until everyone put it on 3 seconds faster than him. He was leading at one stage as well, remember?
Yeah, I think it will become the sort of like second and third stints that Matson will really... I mean, he'll really start to lose time, but having said that, he's like 8 seconds, well, 7.5, 8 seconds off the lead after just like 4 laps anyway. So it's not going too well.
Yeah, and if overtaking proves as difficult as the opening 5 laps have suggested, he could really be in for another strong result here.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's difficult to say how much is down to his tires and how much is down to the raw pace of the top 4 teams, because those cars are clearly faster than the rest of the field. But
Yeah, that's very true. We've got a very evident top 4, haven't we? That are, you'd almost say, streets clear of Ingram in fifth. who themselves are kind of on their own.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can
Honk-
argue Honkfist on their day would be able to take it up to them, but then after them turn 56th, you get towards the North Stars, the Phoenixes and the Lopezes, then all of a sudden you're down to the tail with first AMR Meteor.
Yeah, it's strange. We've got a really tight midfield battle, but you could almost quite easily pick an order.
Yeah, you could, and then, well, I wouldn't say an order. You could maybe pick what teams are going to be in those little clusters, and then you could just scramble the running order from there.
I mean, right now, if you look at the standings, pretty much everyone is running within a couple positions of their teammates, so I think that says everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Well, I'm surprised.
I'd say DS Match are comfortably out of position.
3rd and 6th.
Yeah, they should be first and second.
I mean, yeah,
Simon's finding at the moment.
Simon's only a second behind Powers, and he's in 3rd, so I think that suggests that Powers is holding up him in class.
Oh, most definitely. I think if Simon gets some clear air, he'll be absolutely gone. But at the moment, as you say, he is only in 3rd position. He'll need to either make the overtakes or, well, get the undercut in a pit stop.
So why haven't Downton enacted team orders yet in this race? I mean, it's pretty clear.
Trust me, if I was on the pit wall, I'd have shouted at them by now.
Because, I mean, if Klaus gets by right now, he could gap Powers with 2 seconds, and you know, Powers just hold up Simon.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, what type of message would you tell Powers to get out of the way of class? Would it be a friendly one, or would you actually...
purely simply be move. Let him through, you're on a different strategy. They both understand. I mean, I don't think we've gone into one race weekend yet this year where we've put both cars on the same tyre.
I can check up on that, actually.
I mean, from memory, I don't believe we have.
Give me 2 moments, I'll find out for you.
But yeah, it's just simply, they are on different strategies. Not certain coming into the race weekend which would be the best, so you split them. And unfortunately, it's worked out not quite the right way round here.
I've chucked Osberg on the hard tyres and he's just trotting.
Yeah, I'd almost say Osberg's getting into the stage where he's holding up the firsts.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. 18th and back is already like a pit stop behind, so that... Jeez.
Well, at least he's giving class a gap for when he pits, sadly.
Yeah, if he comes back out in like a 17th, I'm going to be really quite gutted, to be honest.
Right,
hopefully he goes a few more laps yet.
I think the key will be for him to get in front of the Madsen train when he pits.
Yeah, definitely. If he comes out anywhere in that, his race is screwed.
Pretty much. We've got Vasquez under pressure from Kinnaman.
The 4 of them have gapped Davenport slightly now, though, haven't they?
A little bit, yeah. It's only 1.7 seconds. You can sort of still count him as part of the battle, just waiting in case somebody makes a mistake and he can capitalise.
Oh yeah, but I'd just say there's a more clearly defined gap there now between Kinnaman and Davenport, which is interesting. Phoenix haven't quite looked as quick this weekend as they have in the few previous races.
They're still 13th and 14th right now. That's pretty solid. That's about where they've been running behind Holmquist.
Yeah, it might just be the track dependent as well. Canada is known for its long straights and heavy braking zones. Might not suit their car as well as other circuits on their calendar where they have performed really well.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, every time they've scored points, they've needed a little bit of help from some DNFs or attrition, which we pretty much get every race. So,
yeah,
Canada,
that's true.
I think Canada's a track where it's quite likely to happen because the barriers are so close, pretty much all the way around the circuit, because it is a man-made island and pretty much have not much space on the island to make the track.
Yeah, we definitely usually see races of attrition here in Canada. And well, it'd be interesting to see if we see another one. We are already a 7th of the way into the race, and we have 24 runners.
We do.
Just trying to,
There's still 6 seconds of the race to go, buddy.
I know. I'm just trying to, incite a commentator's curse there somewhere, and hoping it doesn't affect my drivers.
I think it will now if you said that. I don't know if I hope it does.
Yeah, now
but,
watch as Glass goes for an overtake and they both end up on the wall.
Oh dear. In fact, speaking of your drivers, I've managed to find the only time you put them on the same strategy this season was back in France, when you put them both on the mediums. Every other race, they haven't had the same tyres.
Really? So I have put them on the same strategy once. How did we do in France? We won France, didn't we?
No, Giordano did.
Oh, of course he did.
Yeah,
we were 2nd and 3rd.
His engine blew on the cooldown lap.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I was trying to take Ocelot's only win away from him there. I will not thank me for that one.
You'll probably ask for your head on him.
Or money. You.
Or both.
Yeah, that's true. As we start lap 11 then, 10 laps in the book in this one, and it's, well, pretty stationary from the start of the race so far. We've not really had any significant moves. It's very much follow the lead here as Powers leads from class van Schnellheit. Adrian Simon runs 3rd ahead of Giordano, and Ruiz completes the top 5. And, well, it seems as though the drivers are just looking after the tyres for the time being, trying to stretch the stints out. No one's particularly interested in making any moves.
Yeah, it looks like nothing really is going to happen until we get to the pit stops. Like, we've only, besides the opening lap, we've barely seen any moves at all. So it might be more down to strategy than out and out on field action today, I think.
Yeah, certainly could be. So the first one we should see into the pit lane then will be Judson Sykes, because he is on super soft tyres.
Yeah, given his 26 degrees, I expect that to be any lap now.
Yeah. I don't think the hards are working because Osberg is already like 9 seconds behind his teammate Wagner, which suggests to me that Madsen is holding up Hoskins, Vasquez, Kinnaman pretty badly. So
Yeah,
I expect those guys, when those guys get pit, they'll probably gain all the time back on Madsen pretty quickly.
As,
Yeah, Madsen is only... Oh, there's Sykes now, so to speak.
Well, Sykes is
Up
pitting.
on Madsen.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Sykes has gone 11 laps then, so that is a 6 stopper.
Ouch.
That's not good.
Where's he going
Well-
to peep back out? Is he literally going to be last?
We'll be close to it.
No, I think he might just slot in between the 2 meteors. No, he's jump buckling. Okay, so he's 21st. Ouch.
Yeah. We may as well just say at the end of the day he was trying fastest lap, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon for the young Russian.
I'm not sure that car's quick enough for the fastest lap even on the super softs.
Yeah, now with
Nothing's
class and
impossible.
softs.
Although he's straight away all over the back of Finn Schneider, so we could potentially get an overtake here, but it's not on the first lap. As Sykes dives up the inside very late on the brakes, holds it round the outside then of the left-hander, and he's gonna surely keep the inside line for the hairpin. And Judson Sykes will move into 20th position, and there he goes, easy as you like on the press rubber.
We saw an overtake!
Yeah, so all we need is
everybody!
all we need is some different tire strategies and we'll get overtaking. I think this race will get pretty interesting with the last half of it.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna
once
be
we get
very
cars diving into
interested.
the pits.
Yeah, I'm really going to be interested to see when Class nor the other soft runners pit, because we've seen the super softs already pit relatively early. Historically speaking, the softs don't really go too much longer.
No, well, I mean, as long as what? I'm just trying to work. If cars can make it to lap 15, it's a 4-stopper.
15 to 4.
I think they need to
If he
make a
gets-
3-stop
if
in
he
order
gets
to get
to-
affected.
Yeah, he has to get to lap 18 to make it a 3-stopper.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to happen.
Because the mediums will probably be a 2-stop, so I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah.
you can afford to lose 2 stops.
Well, we shall see then. The Super Softs ran 11 laps here in Canada. We are on lap 13 at the moment. I genuinely thought he was going to dive into the pits then. That was going to go horrendously wrong.
Oh dear, that'd be 5 stops that you would have had a heart attack.
Yeah, so the soft tyres already gone 13 laps then. Which other drivers are we looking for to dive into the pits on soft tyres? We've got both Franklins, Ruiz and Inman, Kinnaman, Wagner, Halverson, and Zolya as well.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
So as soon as any of those drivers are into the pits, then we are into the pit window for the soft tyres.
So did we catch how long Sykes' stop was?
Really not that long at all, because he was right up with his teammate, I believe, when he came in. He only lost about 13, 14 seconds.
Yeah, so I think the key, especially for the front runners, will be to make sure they pit and get ahead of John Matson. Otherwise, they'll just be stuck in the train, as all the other drivers are.
It was probably closer to like 16 seconds when he pitted because he's been gaining time rapidly, but...
Very good point. Yeah,
But,
God,
so I
he's
think-
really dispatched Schneider, hasn't he? He's 5 seconds up the road already.
And he's almost caught up to the first already, so...
Yeah, so certainly some rapid pace then from Judson Sykes. Not enough to set a fastest lap. But
You never know, Bradley.
well,
could
not
have a 2
enough
or
yet
3
to
lap
set a
jump up
fastest
to
lap.
the end.
Maybe if he pits on
Could
lap
have a-
68, he might just about.
That's if he doesn't get lapped, mind you.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, maybe 67.
He's got to get to lap 67 first as well. Given you've already tried to put the commentator's curse on anything could still happen, Bradley.
Yeah, you watch, everyone will retire and Sykes will win it now. We'll get a second North Star win in a row in Canada.
What about Halverson though?
Well, yeah, but Sykes is on the Super Softs and that's what won it last year, so...
Yeah, wasn't it like really cool last year though?
Well, yeah, because we came in like, what, October or something, so it was about 6 degrees.
Yeah.
I thought the Indy race was 6 degrees and this wasn't much warmer.
I looked up, I think it's 13C. But either way, that's still freezing compared to today.
Oh no, it was
Well, that's enough for me to put a jumper on.
about 18, 19 degrees last year, so we're not much warmer to be honest, but it did indeed take place on the 29th of October.
What's today? September. What a difference a month makes, obviously.
Yeah, no, Indy last year was 6 degrees. Absolutely freezing.
That's nippy.
Be interesting to see now how quickly Sykes can dispatch the 2 first cars.
He's already been behind Zolya for a lap now, so...
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be making any headway.
Although it looks like he's got a run on him down to the Wall of Champions, if they'll show it.
Yeah, very good. There we are then, side by side. Sykes dives up the inside line. Is he going to hold it around the outside? Surely not. It was well off the track there, but well, no one ever seems to care, so we'll roll with it. Sykes and Zolya then, wheel to wheels, they come down into someone. He's got the outside line, and he's done the Ukrainian then for 19th position.
Yeah, fair play to the Russian. Obviously, using the fresh grip from those tyres to make the move onto Zolya, whose soft tyres look like they're starting to age.
Yeah, and crucially, we are past, or well, I mean, we're on lap 16 now, so they're past the window into which they would be doing a 4-stop if they came in now, the soft tyre runners. And it's only, we're only 2 laps away from 3-stop territory.
Yeah, how agonising would it be if they pit at the end of lap 17 though?
Oh,
he's
right
in,
now,
There he goes.
God, I thought he was going to hit the bag of powers for a moment.
Yeah, I could see that coming as well. So, Klaas van Snelheid, Ruiz and Inman all in at the end of lap 16. It's going to be, well, yeah, that's comfortably a 4-stop, isn't it, for the 3 of them?
Absolutely. It's interesting to see if any moves happen in the pit lane. Not quite.
No, they all come out status quo then. Where are they going to feed back out? There is John Matson. This is absolutely crucial. Powers has got ahead of them, as has Ruiz, but Inman, I think, is going to feed out right in the middle of that train, and that does not work whatsoever for the second Franklin.
Yeah, he's going to be potentially stuck there for a long time and pretty much screw over the rest of his race.
So Klaus lost 13.3 seconds then, or he was half a second behind, so 13 seconds.
Yeah, so it is a really short pit stop here then, so...
Wow.
So that's what, 26 seconds net loss?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Klaas's pace now compared to his teammate.
Certainly will, especially with that
considering-
massive gap
There you
of
go.
free air in front of him.
Yeah, and also the fact Powers has to make 2 extra pit stops, so 2 less pit stops rather than his teammate. Assuming
Yeah.
the mediums will get through on 2 stops.
Yeah,
What's the lap limit
absolutely.
for 2 stops?
Lap 24.
How did you do that so quickly? That's incredible.
Maths was my favourite subject as a school kid, so...
Yeah, well, Inman then already putting the moves on. That's James Vasquez relegated as Klaas French now immediately bangs in the fastest lap.
That's
He's
his
already
outlap,
caught
he said that.
second.
That was on his outlap as well, that's insane.
Okay, so and as Adam pointed out, he's already gained a second and a half on Powers in a lap.
Jeez.
He might be on the back then before they make their first stops.
Yeah, but then once they come out, these guys are going to be on aging soft tyres, and they will be on fresh mediums. So the pace is probably going to equal out, if not go in favour of the medium tyre runner. So this is going to be a really interesting tight one to call, as that, I believe, is Wagner relegating Perez.
Sweet. I think Sykes just got past the both of these drivers as well at the bus stop chicane, just looking at the timing screens whilst we were talking.
Yes, I believe he might have done. Sykes already nearly on the back of his teammate. However, in a couple of laps, he'll be back in the pits.
Well, he's got 4
At least
laps
he's
to
back
show
where he
for his
was.
start. Yeah, but
Making him move on Hoskins.
some of the cars around him have already put him as well now.
Yeah, true. As well spotted. Inman then down the long back straight, and he's through past. No, he's not through past Hoskins. Hoskins resiliently defends it and holds Inman back. Quite impressive there, seeing we saw Sykes manage to pull that one off. And well, indeed, Inman on Vasquez as well, even before the corner. And I think he might now have to wait an entire lap before he has another chance.
Yeah, Hoskins there, showing how filthy he is with the team from all those years ago.
Yeah, he certainly wasn't letting him have that one, was he?
Absolutely not.
And look how much this is costing Inman, who's already fallen 9 seconds behind his teammate.
And Klaas is
Yeah,
10 seconds
you
of power
can-
already.
you'd have to say Inman getting stuck behind the cheaters almost cost him his race up to now.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
the
well,
cheaters still quite a few seconds off the back of them.
Klaas and Ruiz
yeah,
came
yeah.
out, what, about 2 seconds ahead of Matson? If that?
Yeah,
And they're now 9 up the road.
yeah, I think that shows Madsen's going to be struggling to get in the points today.
Yeah, well, we've seen already overtaking. It's possible, but it's not difficult. If he can continue at a certain pace, he might be able to take the opportunity today.
Can Inman take 9th this time round then? Yeah, he can. That was a lot easier for the Franklin driver. And it's possibly put Hoskins under a little bit of pressure from Vasquez. Can the Colombian launch a move into turn 1? He doesn't even consider it. As meanwhile, up front, Adrian Simon is immediately right onto the back of Nathaniel Powers.
No surprise to me, really, given the pace they've had over the last 2 races. And also, Giordano and Kango just hanging around behind, but waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, certainly is. I get the feeling this race is purely going to come down to whoever pits first.
I wouldn't
Of
say
those top
whoever
4.
gets first. It's more who comes out in front. Like, it's because the roll on the medium tyres, and they all could be pitting on the same laps.
Yeah,
It'll also
true,
depend on
but
how quickly Klaas can deal with traffic, because I think Klaas might be in the winning position here.
yeah, I mean, well, he's now within 9 seconds of his teammate, so he is still rapidly closing that gap, and he's taking Ruiz along with him.
Yeah, I think it's completely highly likely rather that the medium runners in front could pit, giving Klaas the lead. Then, if he's quick enough, he could probably take the lead after the second stop.
Yeah, as Inman there then does Matson for 8th, and well, he may have struggled with Hoskins in the middle, but he's made most of them look fairly simple, and he's now got to chase down the 11-second gap that's built up to his teammate. Yoshida's going to come out
Yes.
comfortably clear of him.
Oh, not quite. It's 14 and a half seconds between them.
We'll see. Depends when they pit. What?
Given it's 13 seconds for a stop, and Edmund's now in clear air on fresher, softer tyres, wouldn't be surprised if he can close the gap enough to get ahead.
What's disappointing is that look how close Klaas is already then to the back of Hiroshi Yoshida. It's really disappointing to see quite where Klaas could have been if he'd have taken the lead at the start.
Yeah, I know Harry's not here, but I want to correct you. It's actually Ryota Yoshida.
It's absolute. It's on his helmet and everything. It says Ryota.
Sure.
We're gonna have to get him up here one day.
Anyways, we're up to. And here we have two North Stars and a Lopez sandwich. Lopez is returning to the original livery after 3 races. They're using the revised livery as well.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was, that was a stunning livery, and it was nice to see, the cause that it was for and everything. As Johan Halvorsen puts a move on Osberg there. Osberg fights back though on the exit of the chicane, and he's actually held on to that position as Sykes dives into the pits for his second stop of the weekend.
Well, I thought that was Halvorsen for a second and almost jumped off my chair.
But yeah, no, with the Lopez, obviously the livery they're running for an absolutely fantastic cause, and it, couldn't say anything bad against it. But it's nice to see them back in yellow.
Yeah, I like the yellow as well. It's very nice. You get a nice close-up of it on Elroy Wagner's car as he comes through turn 6 and 7.
Oh, of course, Wagner's pitted, hasn't he? I was curious.
Yeah.
I was like, why is Osberg leading him? When did that happen?
I think you could almost say that Osberg's just trying to hold up Johan Halvorsen to try and let Wagner through on him, because Wagner's virtually been behind him since lap 1.
Yeah, absolutely. But back up front though, Klaas van Snelheid is already on the back of Hiroshi Yoshida, and well, this could be the stopper in his bottle. He's been absolutely flying up to this point, but it's all going to depend how quickly he can dispatch of the Japanese star.
Absolutely, and also you can see Ruiz is catching up as well, so he's ready to pounce at any moment. I thought we were the leaders there for a moment, but no, still Klaas behind Yoshida. Ruiz ready to pounce at 7th. But yeah, I'm getting the feeling this is the most crucial part of the race. How quickly Klaas get past Yoshida, if at all, before he pits.
Yeah, he's very close here then as they head down the back straight. I sense he might be eyeing up and move into the final chicane. Klaas pulls out then, goes alongside Yoshida. Is he going to get this done in the final chicane? He absolutely needs to if he wants to push on up to the leaders. Klaas van Snelheid, can he move into 5th? They're wheel to wheel as they come out of the chicane. I think he's going to have to get this done in turn 1 if he does. Ruiz is there as well, smelling blood as they head on the run down to turn 1. Can Klaas van Snelheid drive around the outside? He can. Is Ruiz going to follow him? He absolutely, surely, possibly is. Yes. Ruiz into 6th then. Yoshida loses 2 positions in 1 corner.
Yeah, that was a great opportunistic move from Ruiz there.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity come when Klaas forced Yoshida onto the title line in turn 1 to go around the outside of 1 and up the inside of 2 to continue on his merry way to 6th place.
Yeah, and Klaas will be looking in his mirrors there thinking, drat.
I think the inside of turn 1 is the place you don't want to be because it's a tight line, and also he puts you immediately on the outside of turn 2. So
yeah, as the 2 Lopez go wheel to wheel, that's Wagner getting very impatient on Osberg. This is not going to drive around the outside of his teammate, is he? I think he might. To be honest, he might. They're wheel to wheel as they come to turn 3 then. Close your eyes, Dylan. And Wagner's taking it. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, man. I wanted. Oh my god.
Quite how they got through there with all 4 wheels still on both cars, I'm not sure, but they managed to hit.
Hallelujah. Also, we've passed the crucial lap 24 now, so all the medium runners will be making 2 stops in this race.
Yeah, so that leaves the soft-side runners with plenty to do now then, doesn't it?
Oh, well, you think about with the short pit run, they only needed to make just under half a minute. And given the pace we saw Klaas and Ruiz after their pit stops, I think it's still a bit to play for them.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, what? If we say it's about 13, 14 seconds for a pit stop, they need to make up, say, 28 seconds?
Yeah, they've already made up about a third of that. They're only just over 5.5 seconds off the lead of the race already. And it's only been 7 or 8 laps since they stopped.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a close one. This one will interesting to see how it plays out come the end of the race. It's also interesting to see how it's going to work out between these medium runners. The 4 of them are absolutely nose to tail. I'd almost say Powers is holding all of them up, to be honest.
We'll see what happens. It could be into pit any moment now as well.
Well, now that they're in the 2-stop window, it's beneficial to pit earlier now.
Yeah, we saw Klassman Snowhide set the fastest lap on this outlap, showing how good fresh tyres are on this track. It's up to them.
Yeah, well, actually, think about it. It's not only that, is it? But on your outlap, you bypass basically turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, because the control line where you start your lap is right next to where the pit line ends. So he was able to go straight ahead, cut through turn 1 and turn 2, and continue on his merry way instead of blistering lap time.
Yeah, so I think that might be where we, the only time we see the fastest laps in this race, actually.
Perhaps. Oh, that's someone told Jetson sucks.
Yeah, well, yeah. Bless him, he's trying. But you know, he's in a North Star that's not really as good as it was last year.
Unfortunately. Well, you can see how close Klassen is already out to the top 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, gap less than 4.5 seconds now. I'd say really they want to be on the back of them before these guys come into the pits, but they don't. Oh, there we go then. Powers and Simon dive into the pits now. Giordano and Kanga follow. We literally got the entire top 4 in. We do then. So every single one of them is pitted on the same lap.
So who's pitted first fastest?
Yeah, well, we've already seen the Ocelot pick through blow it last time out. Simon is away very quickly and he jump Powers immediately.
Wow.
So Downton moves out to the DS Master. Kanga as well is up past Giordano, and I think that was just a case of whoever was furthest down the pit lane or furthest to the closest to the entrance.
And Giordano just squeezes out ahead of Finman for 8th place. One thing I noticed, Yoshida didn't pit, so it's going to be interesting to see when and where he comes out.
Oh, of course, yeah. So, but as it stands then, that puts Klaas van Snelheid into the lead of the race, but Adrian Simon into the net lead.
I wouldn't say the net lead just yet, because
if Klaas pitted now, it would be.
Yeah, but he's still got at least 5 or 4 laps up his sleeve on these tyres.
Yeah, I mean, that's 5 laps to build 5 seconds.
Yeah, but now he's on worn tyres and these guys are on fresh tyres.
Well, given the pace they just had, it will be interesting to see the next couple of laps, see what the relative people, because potentially they could come out minus there next to each other.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see, although looking at the timings as Yoshida dives into the pits now then, Simon is actually, wow, if not gapping, closing in on Rui, on Klaas van Snelheid, sorry. The Frenchman, with fresh tyres and clean air, I think Klaas is going to struggle to build much more of a gap, to be honest.
Yeah, but if he can at least hold this gap here, I think he'll still be in a good position when he pits. He'll only be like 3 or 4 seconds off of them.
Yeah, well and truly, but I mean, where would he, at the moment, I suppose he'd just about come out ahead of Inman.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he made his way past Yoshida pretty quickly in the last time, so... Yeah, actually, Powers has gained like half a second of that last lap on him, so... it's not what Klaas needs to make the strategy work.
No, absolutely not. I think these soft tyres then are going off towards the end of the stint, and yeah, this isn't helping Klaas van Snelheid and Enrique Ruiz, the two on. I mean, Inman's totally screwed, really, isn't he?
Yeah, that whole getting stuck behind the Madsen train early on kind of ruined his strategy because he was only a couple seconds off Ruiz, and well, now we see where they are. So
yeah, absolutely. as that's one of the back markers there then feeding out. I think that's Kovalenko in the AMR just rejoining in last. So Kovalenko then even behind the two Meteors.
Still no retirements or incidents this race, so.
No, and we're getting towards the halfway mark. As that's Nathaniel Powers there, under pressure then from Alar Kenga. So both PS Matadors have really quick pit stops. Simon jumping Powers and Kenga jumping Giordano. I mean, you can tell that car comfortably looks the quickest, doesn't it? Simon is already 2.5 seconds up the road from Powers.
Wow, yeah, I didn't expect him to be that much quicker, but he's clearly the fastest car. And with Kenga being stuck behind Powers, I think, you know, and unable to pass, it seems, at least based on the first stint, you have a feeling Simon is going to be the best of the medium tires.
Yeah, and I mean, look at that as well. The gap between Klaas and Simon is already down to about 6 seconds. This may have something to do with the fact that Klaas is stuck in traffic, and that's absolutely not going to be helping his lap times whatsoever. But since those medium-tired runners came out of the pits, they've taken 2 seconds out of Klaas van Snelheid's lead, and that is not what he needed at all.
Yeah, Klaas perhaps needs to move his pit stop. He's supposed to be pitting on lap 32 because he pitted on lap 16 before, so. But yeah, he still has to go through Vauquelin and Schneider, and then the 2 firsts after that, so.
Yeah, he could definitely do with pitting earlier, as long as, I mean, even pitting now would keep it well within the 4-stop window, just to get out of the traffic. But then even when he comes back out, he's going to be with Inman and Giordano, and he's still going to have cars to pass, and therefore they're not going to just move out of the way either.
Yeah, the crucial thing is for him to beat Inman out of the pits, so and then he gets a few flying laps, and hopefully can work his way through Giordano, Kanger, Powers, Simon.
Yeah, definitely. As we see there, then Powers
Actually,
still.
Looks like Inman. I forgot Inman will pit at the same time as Klaas, so he doesn't have to worry about Inman from the traffic.
Oh, that's a very good point. I forgot him. With Inman being so far back, I forgot he was on the soft tyres. But yeah,
me too.
We don't have anyone else up there.
Ruiz. But
Yeah. I mean, even Ruiz has actually fallen off.
Yeah, when they came out of the pits, he was only like a second, or, you know, remember they both passed Yoshida at the same time, so now Klaas is 3 seconds up the road, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, just point out, guys, we've got some problems with Dylan at the moment, but I'm not sure he will be rejoining us at all for the rest of this race, so you're stuck with just me and Adam, but we will do our best for the remaining 39 laps. Yeah, I can count. As we jump on board then with Adrian Simon. Simon, who is now less than 4.5 seconds off the lead of this race. And I think he's putting himself firmly in position to win this one. As Klaas pits then. Klaas pits early. Ruiz carries on though. This going firmly in favour of Dutchman then. What will Olin Inman do? Yoshida right with Inman, but Klaas has got out ahead of the pair of them then, and with quite a gap. So that worked out fairly nicely then for the Dutchman, but he's got some work to do now. He's going to have to fight his way past all of those medium runners and then build a gap if he wants to win this one, as Ruiz is stuck right up behind one of the back markers, and that's allowed Adrian Simon right up under his rear wing.
I don't know if Klaas can afford to do 15 laps every stint though. I'm pretty sure if he does, he might end up having to make another stop. It'll be close.
Yeah, certainly will. That's Vauquelin then. That's Adrian Simon's cousin really helping him out there. It's surely Simon's going to get the move done. Ruiz then blocked by Vauquelin, and Simon goes around the outside of the pair of them. His brother Jules is going to use this as an opportunity to try and get past his teammate, but Ruiz has been well and truly boxed in. He was firmly done over by the Meteors there, wasn't he?
And now Kangaroo's on the back of Powers working through them.
Yeah, the two Meteors getting massively in the way there. Nathaniel's got one without incident losing position, I think. Yeah, there you go. Vauquelin's moved out of his way now as well. Just Kanga and Giordano disposing. Giordano on the back of that pair as well now. Ruiz rejoins some 10 seconds now behind Klaas van Snelheid.
He must have had damage. There's no way, or what happened?
No, I think that's just how much time he lost stuck behind those Meteors.
There's no way he was like, what, 3 seconds going into the pits? There's no way he lost 6 seconds in a lap. I mean,
could have been a slightly slow stop as well then.
But I guess he did get boxed in on that whole straight. They literally just. Simon flew past him, so maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe there was some issue there then for Enrique Ruiz. We'll keep an eye on that one. Meanwhile, I think most drivers have dispatched of the two Meteors now. Even Klaas has got past them and is immediately straight onto the back of Giordano, and it's Yoshida next up. The problem is they're running pretty much side by side trying to battle one another, and that is not helping the leaders whatsoever, as now Kovalenko's trying to get involved as well. As Enrique Ruiz bangs in the fastest lap then, a 15.4. That was what? That's a 10th quicker than Klaas managed last time out?
Yeah, I think Klaas had a 15.6 or 15.7, so. But Klaas came right into traffic, so that kind of ruined his chances of getting it fastest lap. Klaas is already on the back of Giordano, or almost there, so we'll be working away for those guys.
Yeah, certainly will, as Ruiz there fights his way past Kovalenko.
And actually, I think Klaas's next stop will be before the medium tire runners stop, because they'll be going to 52 and he'll be going to like 47, 46. So he really needs to get past these guys on this stint if he wants to make his strategy work.
Yeah, he certainly does. I mean, he's now made, what, 2 stops to their 1, so he's still... Yeah, he's still at that net loss of... Oh no, he's only at a net loss of 1 stop at the moment, isn't he? Because they've all got...
Yeah.
Medium tired runners have to pit once more, and he's going to have to pit twice. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how quickly he can fight his way past Giordano. Given these guys are on fairly fresh mediums.
Yeah, like 8 lap old mediums compared to what, 3 lap old softs. So, I think he'll be able to get past most of them pretty well, as long as it seems like most of the moves have been into the World Champions, so he'll probably get Yoshida on, or not Yoshida, Giordano on this lap.
Yeah, as we have some, I think the robots have arrived. As we head down the back straight now then, Klaas van Snelheid in the slipstream with Puccio Giordano. He really needs to pull this off if he's going to have any shot at stopping Adrian Simon winning this race, but doesn't even look at making the move. And he's going to be stuck behind Giordano then for at least another lap. Absolutely not what he needs. Apologies for the random noises. I think that's Dylan trying to sort things out, as that's Adrian Simon then trying to lap Alexander Zazolia and nearly being put into the wall by the Ukrainian.
Yeah, about to say getting chopped out by Alexander Zazolia.
Yeah, and he's lost, look at that, he's lost like 2 seconds of his lead. Nathaniel Powers nearly right back with the Frenchman.
Those guys are on 2 wheels through that chicane over the curbs and the right-hander.
Yeah, and here we go. Simon still not clear of Zazolia, and all of this is allowing Powers and Kanga to close rapidly then on the race leader. And Kanga will be absolutely loving this. There we go then. Finally, Simon is able to get by, but the gap is down to just 1.5 seconds.
Of course, now the rest of the guys also have to get past Azalia, so we'll see how they do. And also stuck behind Giordano for another lap.
Yeah, still doesn't make the move into the chicane, is it? They do seem to be closing slightly on Kanga.
Yeah, I think so. I think they caught him by like a half a second that lap. So.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how whether they can make any headway and make this a 4-car train then for second place. Now, Matson pits. Okay, so that's interesting. That's at the end of lap 36 then, so that has played out beautifully, literally just past the halfway mark.
Yeah, barely a 1-stop.
Yeah, but really intriguing to see where he's gonna. I think that's gonna be solidly in 14th place, isn't it? Actually.
Yeah, I think he'll be out of the points by the time, because the guys in front of him are only going to gain time on him, so he's already, 10 seconds behind 10th, so
yeah, that may not be working out too well for Matson, as there we go, Nathaniel Powers gets past Azalia, but it looks as though Simon has been held up by Schneider ahead as Kanga nearly gets put in the wall by the first. Clearly Zazolia's got something against the TS Mapshore drivers.
Yeah, Kanger was over the white line and almost
yeah, that's not helped at all, but this is
Oh.
helping Klaas. Klaas then down the outside of Giordano as we head to turn 1. He's going to get blocked surely by Zazolia, but I think he might be able to use this to get past Giordano. He's all over the curb on the inside of turn 2, but can he get the move done? He can. Klaas van Schnellhout goes into 4th place then, and that was all thanks to Alexander Zazolia blocking Kanger up ahead. And he's still doing it.
Kanger's already lost like 2 seconds to Powers, so.
Kanga, who's right on the back of Nathaniel Powers, is now 3.5 seconds behind him. Powers 1.5 back from Simon. Klaas dispatches of Zazolia fairly easily. Giordano stuck behind him. And wow, we thought it was tyres that was going to massively come into play here in Canada. It may be the back markers.
Yeah, Zazolia put Klaas on the curb. Klaas pretty much had all 4 of his tires over the curb in that chicane to get past Zazolia, so Zazolia definitely not leaving room for other drivers.
No, absolutely not, as Ruiz right onto the back of Yoshida after his pit stop, and he'll be looking to dispatch of the Japanese star fairly quickly, but up front, I mean, wow, I think Simon might be stuck behind someone else, and Powers seems to be gaining even more time on him now.
And now Ruiz is all over the back of Yoshida.
Yeah, there we go. Simon is stuck behind. Who's that? That's Osberg now then. And all of this is just helping Nathaniel Powers close the gap. And well, Powers within the second. Kanga is rapidly catching the pair of them as well. It's taken 1.2 seconds out of Simon in a couple of corners.
Yeah, so this will probably just be decided by who can be most opportunistic with traffic, and when you pit, do you come out in traffic or clean air?
Yeah, very much so.
It's costing guys like a second and a half, 2 seconds every time they catch them.
Yeah, it certainly is. And what will be interesting now is to see whether Klaas can do anything against Alar Kanga. I mean, you dare say that, I mean, that DS Mathshore is quicker than the Downton. And whether Klaas can use the faster tyre to his advantage, or whether that's going to be negated by the speed of the car.
And Simon's past Osberg.
Yeah, so only stuck behind that one for a lap. I mean, the Lopez obviously not quite lapping as slowly as the first and the Meteors that the leaders have been stuck behind up until now. However, it looks as though Powers has got stuck because he's now 1.7 seconds behind Simon. However, is he going to do this at turns 3 and 4? Osberg nearly puts him in the wall, and Nathaniel has to back out of it then. So he's not going to get this done. This is going to allow Kanga right onto the back of him again, and Simon to open up his lead once more.
Yeah, Osberg might be in a slightly faster car, but he's on hard tires, and that means he's lapping not very quickly.
Very true. And this is allowing Klaas onto the back of Perez as well. So gosh, how this race is swinging to and fro with the traffic as we encounter it. Who's up next? It's Felix Perez then for Adrian Simon. Let's see how that one goes. Thankfully, it's just the one car on its own.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
as they
smoke!
keep moving to,
Smoke!
Yeah,
That is smoke then from the back
Kanger.
of Alar Kanga. Oh, and that's going to be heartbreaking for the Estonian.
It's going to be heartbreaking for GS Mathershall because they really need these points in the constructor standings too. Especially when you have the strongest car, you need to take advantage of it every race.
Yeah, but Kanga keeps having this, doesn't he? He keeps having these mechanical gremlins. I mean, it's entirely possible he might eke this one to the end. I doubt it. There's 30 laps to go. His engine's smoking fairly heavily. But I mean,
yeah,
this
most of them only last like a few laps when this happens. So.
Yeah, most definitely. But I mean, this would be Kanga's 4th retirement. As he goes there wheel to wheel, you can see how much he's losing power then as Klaasman Schnellheid manages to easily move past into 3rd place. I don't know whether Kanga's just going to pull it into pit lane or whether he's going to run it until it blows up. I'd be tempted to just try the latter for the hell of it.
Yeah, the stewards aren't going to be very happy with him probably putting oil and pulling on the track, but you got to try to finish the race, I guess, until they black flag you and make you pull in. So.
Yeah, certainly is. There we go. Kanga loses out there then to Giordano. I think he's just going to slip down the field now, but he's he's going to resiliently push on. We'll see how far he manages to drag that now clearly very ailing DS Pastoral car, and that leaves only Adrian Simon in it then for the French team.
Yeah, but Simon has a really good chance of winning the race, so you know, definitely still possible to get a good points all here for DS. Especially considering Klaus has actually lost time over the last, let's say, 10 laps, because he's back to 5.3 seconds, so he's not really making any inroads in the Simon, and he's still a pit stop behind.
Yeah, I get the feeling Simon breezed past Perez quite easily because he's Perez is already a lap down. We didn't see any time loss for the Frenchman, while I get the impression Klaus might be stuck behind Osberg.
True.
Well, yeah, he's only just ahead of him there as Nathaniel Powers is wheel to wheel with Perez through the final chicane. And Yoshida's actually gapped Ruiz.
Wow.
How has that happened?
Something must be wrong with Ruiz because he had that long stop, and now he's just falling down the order. And Inman's even caught. Inman was like 10 seconds behind, and now he's only 5 seconds behind.
Yes, I mean that's a very fair point there. Definitely looks as though there might be a problem there then.
I mean, it might not be a mechanical problem. It could just be like lost. He might not be comfortable with the car, or but either way, he's losing time.
Maybe he's bored. Not winning for such a long time, gets to drive. Maybe he needs to move teams.
Yeah, he hasn't won for over a season and a half. His last one was 2017 Australia, so yeah, definitely not very good for driving for what's supposed to be the best team in Formula Virtual. So
I know, 7th and 8th, not what you expect from the best team, is it?
Nope. The best team and the best driver.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Enrique, you can't even get past a car that's got an engine failure. What's he playing at? Of course, maybe he will actually, as they go side by side through the final chicane. No, he didn't manage it. Oh, Ruiz.
Now he's gonna be stuck behind him for another lap. So.
Yeah, it's oh dear. No, he's not.
Oh, there you go.
Kanga's engine finally gives up the ghost then and pulls over at the side of the track at the start of lap. Oh, he's just got a wallop there from one of the firsts, I think that was.
Looks like this volume.
Yeah, hopefully no damage has been picked up there.
What a great time to come back, guys.
Oh, and Dylan has rejoined. Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm back.
So basically, Rob has you to blame.
Really?
Well, you reappear and his car stops, so...
Well, they were looking at me. I didn't do nothing. I was having my own mechanical issues and then... I don't know.
There we go, as Giordano then puts a lap on Perez, and he's got his teammate pretty much right with him for company. Meanwhile, up ahead, Glassman and Schnellheid not making any headway really on the two leaders.
So I take it Class pitted and came up behind what the medium one is?
He did, yes.
Klaus is about to pit on like 47.
Oh yeah, after his second stop. Oh, that's a Lopez without front wing there.
That's Victor Rosberg.
Yeah, he got into the back there of Yoshida, under braking for turn 1.
Has he made his pit stop yet?
Yeah, he must have done, because Matson has, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, if he hadn't stopped, well, here's the replay now.
He's just left his braking far too late.
Yeah, pretty simple one.
Yoshida's lucky his rear wing didn't get knocked off in that incident as well. He's a lucky boy.
Yeah, and well, hopefully Yoshida. I mean, we'll have to see come the end of the lap whether Yoshida picked up any damage from that at all. Because if he dives into the pits, then we know there'll be something the team aren't particularly happy with. As up front, Simon puts a lap then on Judson Sykes.
Carries on to begin lap 46.
Yeah, now that we're through sort of like the main of the traffic, no, Yoshida doesn't hit that in the background we've just seen, so clearly the team happy, everything is, well, at least going to hold on for another 24 laps.
Same can't be said for us as he dives into the pits.
Yeah, that's not going to help him whatsoever.
It's probably asking the team if they could change tyres, which isn't unfortunately allowed.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he could bolt some, I don't know, some softs on, wouldn't it, to the end of the race?
Maybe you could try and beat the lap record on the up lap.
In a Lopez?
Well, he did have the fastest lap for 20 seconds in Australia.
He did?
It's a long time ago.
Well, at least he's got out ahead of Kovalenko at least. That's something. Kovalenko, who has got back past the 2 Meteors at some point, so kudos to him. Good effort.
Meteor though, so, you know.
Well, yeah, but he fell behind them at the start of the race.
So it took 45, 46 laps for him to get that past.
Yeah, and he's been dropped, you know, and he's been brought in favour of Bayer. Not sure on that one myself.
Adriano Agnello did say he was going to be rotating his drivers throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, true. At some point, we're going to see Emma Wilson once again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Quite why, I'm not sure, but...
Yeah. I don't think Kovalenko has done anything either to impress us. I don't think I've ever seen any performance from him that said, oh, he deserves to be a Formula Virtuals.
No, I mean, he did have one really quite out of the blue, impressive junior season. Let me just go.
He was also running really well in that sodden race at Malaysia earlier this year as well before his engine packed up on him.
Yeah, that's a very good point actually. He was solidly in the points there.
Well, anyone that was running was solidly in the points.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fair point.
They finished 7th, and that was pretty much just because everyone else had problems, so...
Yeah, it was just mechanical issue after mechanical issue once the wing came down.
Yeah, so Kovalenko's
I think, like... There you go.
I was just saying, Kovalenko's had a really up and down junior career then. He won Burs in 2015, and then he moved into to FB2.
Oh. Cospits.
Oh dear. Where is this going to put him? So this I should imagine he'll slot out in the gap between Ruiz and Inman.
Behind Yoshida.
Yeah, and Ruiz and Inman will be pitting soon.
Oh yeah, they should come in. Well, Inman's pitted, Ruiz has gone through, so he will rejoin in 6th place then.
Yeah, then it's half a minute back to Vasquez.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have to worry about Vasquez. Can he clear the first? He can, thankfully. Phew. No time lost there.
God, that would have been pretty awkward between the two of you if something happened there.
Well, Perez seems to be doing a much better job than Zazoya at letting people by, so I haven't noticed any problem with him.
Yeah, Zazolia really, I don't know if he's maybe harking back to last year and just thinking, no, I deserve to be here. I was fighting these guys last year for these positions.
Not anymore. At least for now. Who knows?
Yeah, Klaus has found some clean tracks, so he gets an opportunity to put in some fast laps now and try to build a gap.
So yeah, I wonder if we can take the fastest lap back. Come on, Klaus, come on. Let's get something from this one.
Yeah, he'll need to pretty much get on with it right now. Try to come out of the pits ahead of Simon when he makes a second stop soon. Otherwise, it looks really difficult for a result other than Simon winning.
With them due to pit on lap 52, I really don't think he has enough time to build that gap after these pits.
Yeah, he'd have to take 5 seconds in what, 3 laps?
Yeah, it's unlikely.
And Klaus didn't take fastest lap. Bugger.
Although Simon is going to catch Wagner soon.
Is it Wagner or is it Wagner? How do we say
It's
it?
Wagner.
Wagner.
Yeah. I disagree.
Yeah, just going back to Kovalenko, sorry. So yeah, his FP2 run in 2016 started fairly unspectacularly. He only scored 3 times in the first 14 races. Picked up in the second half of the year with a podium and then a win, but only in the sprint races finished 11th in the championship. And then in the VWRS in 2017, he won 2 of the first 3 races and was suddenly right up in the fight for the championship. Ultimately finishing 6th, and that was presumably what got him his drive with AMR. But yeah, it's been.
Who did he lose out to that season?
Yoshida won the championship in 2017, but he was, despite being 6th, he was only 17 points off the title.
Yeah, it was really close with the top last year, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was impressive last season, but yeah, he's not really pulled anything out this year, has he?
It was really such a fun. Just like on his outlap then, Bradley. Sorry.
Don Ruiz. Clearly that Franklin's faster.
But Klaus has already caught Simon by over 2.5 seconds. It was 18.5, now it's 16.
Yeah, that's true.
To keep an eye on.
I think he's going to get blocked by Yoshida though, isn't he? Unless he comes up to Yoshida exactly where he can overtake him and executes the overtake immediately, I don't think he's going to get the gap.
Exactly when Yoshida has to pit. Well, yeah.
Well, he managed to decap an extra lap on his first grid, so it's going to be out even longer than the others around him.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Oh.
And Simon's probably going to be able to come out about where Yoshida is, so yeah, I think Simon's going to come out and join Klaus.
Yeah, and to be fair, even if Klaus did manage to get ahead of him, he'd then need to eke out an entire an entire pit stop.
Right.
In what, like 12 laps?
10 laps, yeah, give or take.
Yeah, I think Adrian Simon has this one in the bag, to be honest.
Klaus has a good chance of getting second, though. He's only second or third.
Yeah, I think he's in with a shout of the last step on podium.
Yeah, it's going to be either him or Giordano, I feel. Taking the third spot, the way things are.
Well, Powers could take third spot if Klaus beats Powers. But...
Yeah, I think that gap might be a little bit too large, to be honest, as Matson there throws a move at Davenport, but really doesn't put anything between it. And in fact, the Meteor comes back at him, and that's, who's that? That's Gilles Simon. So, Matson will not be at all impressed with his countryman.
Poor lad.
Has anyone been impressed with either of the Meteor drivers all season?
Well, I don't think Bradley has.
No.
Alright,
I was really hoping that there would at least be a lap or something I could remember where one of them had done something that wasn't totally useless. But no.
Well, you know what, Volkman, I think it was Volkman, one of the videos, they were running 12th and 13th in Malaysia before they retired within next to each other.
Yeah, which was still last.
Pretty much. But hey, they were there. Probably got altitude sickness, which caused their engine failures.
They're the only drivers to ever be promoted straight from Tier 3 to Formula Virtual, right? Or...
Yeah, and I think there's a reason why that doesn't happen.
Right.
And I think they're proving it perfectly. You know, I'd love to see someone reasonable, like, you know, a Simon or a Powers in that car, to see whether it's actually as bad as it's being made to look.
Jeez.
I get the feeling they'd be up there with first, to be honest, if there was a decent driver in that car.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think they'd be around first and definitely ahead of AMR, for sure.
Oh,
This already cut
easy.
right across you guys. Class has what your sheeter.
Oh, he has, yes. Didn't even notice that. And bang on, just as Simon comes into the pits. So, this is going to be tight if Yoshida doesn't pit. So Class hasn't made the move either. That's not going to help. All of the top three in the pits then. Simon has easily got out ahead of Nathaniel Powers. Where is he going to feed back out? He's jumped. Yeah, he's got them. He's absolutely got them side by side with Yoshida. But Simon keeps the lead then. So, well, I mean, that's going to be... all he's got to do now is stroke it home.
Yeah, that's the race right there.
Hope you guys don't jinx it. Let's see one sec.
Right, his teammate's already retired, you know. And that was your fault.
Oh, it wasn't.
Vasquez dives into the pits as well. Then it's been another solid race from the Colombian, doing basically all he can. As Vasquez is pitted and come out behind Matson. Matson might yet score points. Oh no, he's ahead of him, never mind. that didn't take long.
I think that was the pit exit.
Yeah, could have been. Actually, as here we go then, Class on Yoshida, but I get the feeling the Japanese driver is going to dive into pits, and there he goes. And that was a overtake that came a lap late, Class.
It's good on Klaus not to get messed up there. I mean, when you see a driver next to you brake way deeper than you, it's easy to try to outbrake them, especially trying to overtake them. But
look at that! God's sake! One car right in front of him comes into the pits, and as he gets to the pit exit, another one rejoins right in front of him.
I guess who it was, Bradley. I think it was Judson Sykes.
Yeah, it was Sykes. Ugh.
I think it's worth mentioning now. Pretty much assuming it'll be Simon from Powers at the checkered flag. It means Simon would take the lead in the championship back.
Yeah, he would. It would seesaw once again.
Yeah.
What is it? The gap is 4 points going into this race.
Yeah, unless it looks like Louise would jump Kanga, and Klaas has to finish on the podium, could jump in as well. So, worst case scenario, Kanga would end up to 5th in the standings.
Yeah, we were saying this while you were actually. So it's a massive shame for Kanga. This is his 4th retirement this year, and when you look at
since his
other
last
drivers
retirement, his last 4 races, he scored 93 out of a possible 100 points, showing the
3 wins in a second.
Yeah.
When he's been on it, he's been absolutely. But I say those retirements are really starting to hurt him now. I mean, as we just said, this is his 4th one in this season, and in I think 8 races.
Because the other
when you compare drivers like Powers, I mean, there was that atrocious race in Germany that we don't speak of.
Every other
but
race
he's still finished.
Yeah, he's had a 4th and a 6th in Japan and Spain. And then every other race for Powers, he's finished on the podium.
Yeah, and likewise Ruiz, who's up there in the championship, has finished every race. Australia obviously an anomaly because he was disqualified.
He still can finish, technically.
Yeah, but exactly, he still made the finish. So you've got drivers there that have got the luck and that are there, you'd almost say because of the luck, and then you've got Kanga who's still in amongst them despite 4 non-scores, which is absolutely stunning.
I know. Do you think in the last 7 races he could able haul a 36-point gap to his teammate though?
Well, I mean, if you take into account the last 4 races, I don't see why not.
As
Class has just taken powers, yeah.
They both overtaken Johnson's sides. And more passes left to you, I'm afraid, the young fella.
I did think the colours looked the wrong way around there. Yeah, so Class will now be trying to build up a bit of a gap then to hopefully take 3rd place from Giordano, although he's only 3 seconds clear and he'll be in the pits in a few laps. So,
yeah, it looks like he's either going to finish 3rd or 4th at this rate.
yeah, we'll see how well he can gap Giordano.
Is it just me, or has this suddenly got a lot darker as well?
Yeah, it has, but
Yeah, we've got some clouds bubbling up, but there's still a lot of blue sky around. I'm not sure we'll see any rain here today. I think we're going to have to hold off on the rain for next week.
Yeah, Indianapolis looks like, according to Google, that it could be quite a washout. We'll see what happens.
Oh, yikes, yeah. I haven't actually checked the forecast yet for next weekend, but I mean, it really does, doesn't it? We've got 75% chance of rain on Friday for practice, a 90% chance of rain for qualifying, and a 58% chance of rain for the race, according to Google. So
make sure you pack your pack your floaties, Jones. You're gonna need them.
certainly will. I'm glad I brought a raincoat to this side of the world.
just what we need to get a good result at home, maybe. But
Yeah, I'm looking forward to all the barbecues you guys have done now. I've heard they're pretty cool.
If we get that kind of weather forecast, will there be barbecues?
yeah, normally.
Possible in the States, probably.
Americans are going to barbecue and tailgate no matter what the weather is. So
You know, you both have fairly warm countries. We're stuck in England. We don't have a barbecue in the summer. It still rains.
Well, you just had one of the hottest summers on record, though, Bradley.
I mean, yeah.
The thing is, when I popped up a month ago, that's when the summer ended. I basically brought all the original Bruce summer with me before coming back home to Australia.
Yeah, see, so once again, it's your fault. You really, you've took Kangaroo out of the race, you've stolen our summer. Just...
Oh, there was a piece of damage in between turns 1 and 2 on the track there. Looked blue.
Blue?
Yeah.
Honquist first.
I just had to make sure you talked about something else other than blaming me for everything, man.
Debris probably
earlier
your
we were
fault.
talking about the gap between the top 4 teams and the rest of the field. Look at it now.
Yeah, ouch. I mean, yes, you've got Inman and Yoshida, who've kind of been backed up a little, who are like 20 seconds off the lead, and then Vasquez, who's 50. I mean, that's half a minute. In fairness, when you think about it, that's, what, let's say 30 seconds in 60 laps. That's not horrendous, half a second a lap.
Yeah, and also take into consideration they were stuck behind Madsen at the start as well.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's it's a gap you don't really want to see. If we're honest, we want teams close. We want to see anyone in with a chance of victory. We've got 4 teams, which I think is a great, absolutely great show. Better than that.
It's more than we've had in a lot of
series.
seasons.
Yeah. Like the last 2 seasons, they've been dominated by BS and Dutton respectively almost. So it's good to have
Season
so many
before that
more
was Franklin.
all the seasons before that were like Franklin. So yeah, it's nice to have so many more teams competing for a win, even though it's really just them 3 plus what at the moment.
Yeah, certainly is, although having said that, as we mentioned earlier, DS Motorsport have won the last 4 races in a row. Well, I think they're about to make it 5. So as Nathaniel Powers gets far too close to one of the meteors, he needs to just move out of the way.
Oh, it's not Brooklyn, surprisingly.
No, it's the other one being a pain. Well, he's helping his brother, isn't he? That's what he's doing.
But even then, they haven't dominated the races because, Downton qualified 1-2 and they led for the first half of this race until someone took it over. So.
Yeah, and that was only gained in the pit stops.
Yeah. He
I mean,
couldn't pass
obviously,
him.
clearly the DS has been the quicker car because Simon is now 8 seconds clear of Nathaniel Powers. But I think if the pit stops hadn't played out as they had, I think Powers could have held on.
Yeah, Downton definitely had a good chance of winning this race, and they still do. Simon has troubles.
I would say I'd keep my fingers crossed, but yeah, you know,
Yeah, it's definitely Simon's to lose now.
whether we win or DS Matthew wins, the Downton
At least
DS
they can-
family wins, so it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah,
As
meanwhile,
much as it
totally.
hurts.
Yeah, meanwhile, the other team with a Downton engine, it's just whatever along in 15th and 18th.
Yes, well.
Clearly,
Next
that's
year,
his fault
next
too, because the
year.
others are doing a good job with it.
Oh, come on, Adam.
I missed that completely.
I said clearly that's his fault as well. 'Cause, I mean, Downton
yeah.
and DS are doing a good job with that engine.
Exactly.
so-
Clearly, there's nothing wrong with the engine. This is Giordano then on the back of Ruiz. Obviously, Ruiz going to have
to hold on to it.
Well, yeah, Ruiz is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
have to pit again, isn't he?
Yeah. He's going to probably top out 6th and then we'll put again go 7.
Ruiz is going to be behind Yoshida at this rate.
Good. I didn't notice that actually. Yeah, good point. And unless car sports and things like he'll be right with Rashida as well.
Who?
Oh, it's about 12 seconds at the moment.
Oh god,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
got
about,
about-
yeah. I mean, he's
Yeah,
built up a
Ryan
bit
got
of a gap to
12 laps,
Giordano,
Yeah.
but nowhere near enough that he needs to contend for the podium. And yeah, you've got a point there. He needs to watch out for Yoshida.
Because he's only going to pit and clear 3 more laps, so he has to really clear the rest of the lap traffic if there is any and go for broke.
Yeah, I mean, once he gets about 12 seconds, isn't it, back to Yoshida? So he should just about make that one. I
He should
reckon
have
they're going to
enough
come out
yeah.
side by side.
Of course, when he comes out, he's going to be on fresh softs, and the other guys are going to be on really worn mediums. So.
Yeah, that's true.
But
And he needs to come out ahead if he's to
Austin's
have any chance of the fastest lap.
True.
Can't be stuck behind Yoshida for a lap. That's not going to work.
I reckon if he did come up behind and overtook the shit, Riley would have a meltdown.
Well, I'd be stunned if Yoshida managed to finish ahead of him, to be honest. It really shouldn't happen. Klaas has basically got the gap that he needs near his damn it anyway, and he should then fly past.
Yeah, but do you think then he'd have enough time to catch and overtake Giordano?
No.
No.
I
Unless
think Giordano's got that.
That's traffic.
Yeah, that's good. Unless Giordano hits a couple, looks like it'll be Simon Powers, Giordano, Klaas, this will be the top 5
Yeah,
today.
which would give Ocelot their 3rd podium of the season, which means Rai can't complain.
He'll find something to complain about, but just you.
He said they'd be happy with a podium.
Press is doing that.
I mean, here they've had a clean race. This is pretty much literally the best they could have hoped for today. But they're going to beat Franklin, who probably has a better car than them. So.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Sorry, Adam. It's Perez is out of the race.
Oh, what happened there?
I don't know. We've not seen anything.
Yeah, I've just seen on the timing screen too.
Yeah.
I noticed him drop a
Into the pits. Sorry, into the pits comes Klaas Schnellheid then. For his final stop, this is absolutely crucial to where he will feed back out.
Yeah, will he come out ahead of Yoshida? That's the big question.
Yeah, Giordano's already gone through then. Klaas is out of his pit box. Yoshida's
gets to
gone
cut the
through, but I
first corner.
think... Yeah, no, I think Yoshida's going to have that, actually. Oh, and there's a bloody meteor there. No, Klaas has got Yoshida then, so Klaas rejoins in 5th. But there is a meteor and a North Star right in front of him. Ugh.
We need to get dispatched them as quickly as we can if there's any chance to catch Giordano.
Yeah, Ruiz, however, hasn't pitted. Surely he's... Inman did.
Well, Klaas pitted at the end of lap 62, so he went... It's almost gone for an undercut strategy, I think, to give himself more laps on fresh tyres to catch Puccio.
Yeah, and Ruiz did pit a lap. Ah, here we go. Then this is on board with Perez. Yep, that's a fire.
How do you? Oh wait, he doesn't speak French. He speaks Spanish because he's from Mexico. Oops.
Yeah, obviously Ruiz did pit a lap later than last time around, and it's a lap later again. In he comes then from 3rd place, and that elevates Giordano onto the podium.
Yeah. Oh, and also just in the background, who was that? Sykes.
I think that's Sykes pitting again. Yeah.
Yeah, and he held up Klaas Mansell, had an absolute treat.
Yeah, I think he did, and I think that's. Yeah, no, Klaas hasn't taken the fastest lap. Okay.
What will you do if Ruiz does?
I think Inman might have. No, okay. Well, yeah, it's Ruiz then, isn't it? He already holds it, so I don't think he'll improve it because he's right behind one of the Meteors.
Yeah, that chance.
Yeah, I think.
Matson, Kinnaman, and Davenport battling for 10th place in the last point.
Yeah, so there's a fight there. Matson on the hard tyres could come under. I mean, Kinnaman's on fresh softs.
Has he pitted yet?
I don't know actually. I'd imagine Kinnaman's on fresh softs.
Yeah.
All the other soft tyre runners are pitted, and he hasn't come in this time round, so.
But he's been behind him for a few laps now. I don't think he's pitted yet.
I'll be honest, I haven't been watching that part of the time screen, so we'll keep an eye on that one.
I remember at least 3 or 4 laps ago, he went for a move at the World Champions, but bailed on it. So I don't know. So I think he's going to make one more stop.
Well, we shall keep an eye then. Matson could well nick a point then on his hard-tied strategy.
Yeah, that'd be a really good drive if he could do that.
It would either be him or Davenport. He can attempt. This would be his first instance.
Yeah, it'd be great for Davenport and Phoenix if he could do it. That'd be another point for them and another point closer to Lopez.
Yep.
As what other battles have we got? I mean, Klaas has already got the gap down to about 4 and a bit seconds to Giordano, and Ruiz is right up with Yoshida.
He's still a few seconds, but he has been catching him.
Yeah, okay, well, right up in the sense of he's a lot closer than he was.
Yeah. You've got Vasquez with Hoskins not far behind him. And there goes Kinnaman.
Ah, yeah, so Kinnaman hadn't pitted. Managed to stretch those tyres a lot further than anyone else. And well, that's his chance of points blown.
He's the only driver to make his soft tyres before 16 lap stints.
Yeah, although he's a lap down.
Also went to the pits on Wagner for some reason. What happened to him?
I don't know, what tyres is Wagner on?
That's right. That's right. I totally forgot.
Well, there we go, see? Yeah, that's why they're all pitting now. So they basically managed to drag it out the same length as Ruiz, but they're effectively a lap behind, so.
Makes sense, eventually. Also, I've just noticed Simon's about to catch the Davenport Matson battle. I wonder if him trying to lap them will make allow Davenport the opportunity to get an advantage of Matson, like here it is this year.
Yeah, well, he's well within range of having an attack, and sorry, just as we went on board, that sounded really sick, but I think it's just the Judd engine. Just sounds a bit weird.
Yeah. Also, Matson's been held up by a backmarker.
Yeah, that was close to the wall from Davenport. I think he's backed off to let Simon through, but it hasn't worked. Yeah, there we go. Is the Frenchman race leader going to go through on the inside? He's not. No, Davenport's going to fight that one. There's a first just come out of the pits that's going to get involved and tangled up in this as well. I think that might have held Matson's point, to be honest.
At least Simon has a gap, so he can afford to be patient for these guys and not doing anything stupid.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Simon built nearly a 10-second advantage now back to Powers, who nearly has Giordano for company.
And Klaas has been catching up on both of them pretty rapidly because they've been in traffic.
He might catch him on the last lap or so.
Yeah, and Ruiz as well is right with Yoshida. He's less
But
than a
just a few laps
second
ago,
back.
just a few laps ago, you were saying we had no battles, and now all of a sudden they're all closing in on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly.
Alright.
Typical as we get towards the checkered flag, as Adrian Simon puts a lap on the AMR, and well, this hasn't helped Davenport in the slightest, and in fact he's now got his teammate to worry about. Davenport being blocked by one of the AMRs, I'm not sure which one, I think that's Schneider. And nearly gave Alvarez a shot there.
Well, that would have been scary going clear wide through the final chicane. And
Yeah, but
is Inman catching the shooter with an AMR right in front? I think that's
Inman, Ruiz.
Bradley.
Inman's like 13 seconds further down the road.
Yeah, I knew that.
But they've easily dispatched. I'm assuming that's Kovalenko then.
Kovalenko and one of the North Stars.
Kovalenko, who's now being lapped by, one of the North Stars. Ouch.
It looks like Halverson, I think.
That's got to be pretty downheartening when you get lapped by a team that are only effectively like, what?
You're getting lapped
A
by
couple
the
of cars
car
quicker than you?
Even Mackey's been lapped, and he's, like we were talking about earlier, he's arguably the fifth fastest car at the moment.
Yeah, but he is in the fifth fastest car that is on the hard tyres.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, I'm happy now that we can say that that's not the fastest car. That time that's just got off.
I think it's very clear to see that Oscott are nowhere near fifth fastest.
Yeah. Especially when they got third and fifth at the moment.
Well, yeah, and let's not forget, Giordano was quickest in practice here on Friday, so they've had a pace round here. Third in qualifying. I think they might pick up another win before the season's out.
We go to Monza, that's a track that should favour the V12.
Yeah, and next time out, Indianapolis, anything happens every year at Indianapolis. We've had so many random races there, and if we get the rain as well, I mean, well, we could see Perez winning.
Klaus is only like 1.2 seconds behind Giordano now.
Yeah, so the battle on then for second and third places, and also fifth behind them. Ruiz only half a second back from Yoshida, as we have literally a lap and a half to run.
And Giordano's going to catch Kenneman.
Yeah,
the
so
last lap of this one was quickly up there.
yeah, Powers has himself a back marker in between. I say a back marker, it's Kinnaman in 13th. Not really what you class as a back marker, I suppose. But in between him, he has a car. We'll put it that way, in between himself and Giordano. As Adrian Simon starts the final lap of the race,
He has one lap to run out.
Yeah, we'll go with
Let's
that. I think we may find them line astern. However, this battle could get a lot more tasty. Ruiz right with Ryoji Yoshida then as they cross the line to start the final lap of the race. Is he going to dive bomb into turn 1? He's not. Nope. Ruiz going to hold on then, you'd imagine, for the final chicane as Simon comes up on one of the... Well, I say one of the first, there's only one left in the race. Zolia dispatches him fairly easily, and now only has a handful of corners to go.
Also definitely pushing hard. He went over both curbs pretty significantly there.
Yeah, he's right with Giordano. He could use Kinnaman to his advantage then, but Adrian Simon has just the final chicane to go. He started behind Powers, didn't look like he'd be able to get the overtake, but he jumped him in the pit stops in the very first round. It was a great stop from DS Mathshaw, and it's been a fantastic drive from Adrian Simon, who takes the win here in Canada. He absolutely loves this track. That's his third win in 6 years. Second, Nathaniel Powers. Giordano does hold on to third then. Klaus couldn't quite get the move done, but behind him, Ruiz has then at the death. Ruiz takes 5th place from Ryoji Yoshida, who finishes still a fairly impressive 6th. Inman will cross the line behind them a few seconds down in 7th, and then we're waiting, well, quite a while for Vasquez in 8th and Hoskins in 9th. Matson, because he was lapped, was already crossed the line and taken the final point in 10th, so he did hold on from Davenport then. But yeah, Adrian Simon, as we say, got the jump on Powers in the first round of pit stops, and from then he just drove away. Had encountered a couple of back markers along the way that nearly saw him come unstuck, but kept his head, and clean and beautiful drive from Simon to take this win.
Yeah, 2 wins in 3 races now for him. You can probably argue he was a chance in Slovakia as well. 5 race wins now for DS Motorsport in a row. Yeah, looking like they're the team to beat now, aren't they?
Yeah, certainly is. That is Simon's 4th win of the year then. That gives him more than any other driver, and as you say, DS Motorsport's 5th in a row, as Adrian Simon wins the 2018 Canadian V-Prix. So, for the 3rd time in 6 years then, it's Adrian Simon who reaches the checkered flag first here in Canada after that early pit stop where he jumped Nathaniel Powers. The Brit follows him home in 2nd. It was the 3rd podium of the season for Puccio Giordano and Ocelot in 3rd place. The Italian holding on brilliantly in the final laps, coming under pressure from Klaas van Snelheid. In the Drivers' Championship then, what does that mean? Well, it means that for the 4th time in 4 races, we have a change of championship leader as Adrian Simon goes back to the top. This time though, the gap is just 3 points back to Nathaniel Powers. There's a change in 3rd place as well, as Alar Kanga's retirement sees him slip to 4th behind Enrique Ruiz, but just 2 points separate 3rd to 5th in the Drivers' Championship, so it's close behind the leaders as well. In the Constructors' Championship then, DS Mattershall retain their lead, but it's an advantage down to just 4 points now to Downton. Both championships hotting up. Franklin are 87 behind in 3rd and being caught by Ocelot. But that's all from our race here today in Montreal. So from me, Dylan and Adam, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for round 12 from Indianapolis in the United States.